What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are out for 15 miles in the Asics Novablast 3. This will be the longest we've gone in them. It'll be the longest run I've done in months. And yeah, it'll be a good test of me, the shoes. Honestly not worried about them though. And I guess this will probably put the shoes at like, after 15 miles, maybe like 80 miles or so. I'll pop it up on the actual screen right now, but yeah, I mean, for crushing a lot of miles in these shoes day in, day out, I don't think the midsole is giving it all, and they still feel like they're a fresh pair of shoes. So yeah, join me on this 15er. Wait till you see what I have for fuel because I ran out of gels. Future check-ins. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Maybe like 45 degrees. Dry for now. And yeah, hopefully it's just a nice smooth morning, then we can go eat a lot of food. Living the dream. Living the dream. Deer? Hey, deer. Pretty big teenage buck. This is like 2.5 miles in. Trotting. Flying at the ever increasing pace of probably about 11 minutes per mile. Honestly, just hanging out. Yeah. Just trying to stay a little bit present, but also been thinking about the New York City Marathon, running it in 2021, watching it this year. Just wild. Thinking about the distance, my PRs at the half and the full, and kind of the eventual goal, qualifying for Boston. Kind of feeling how far away that is, but also kind of like how out of reach. But then if you really think about it, you just break it down into, you know, how quick your speed workouts need to be. Get some races on the schedule that'll be benchmarks along the way, and then you've got checkpoints. You know where you're at, and when the day comes, you should know if it's at least doable. And then the rest is up to, you know, the weather and the day. But yeah, clearly my mind is wandering. That's all. Still cruising. Five miles in. That's it. 1 apple, 10 cherries. That's all I could find for nutrition at the grocery store last night. We are 5 in, hanging out around 10:30s. Excited to try to eat this while running. I don't think it should be that bad. I think I've eaten worse things while trying to run, but it needs something. It's got carbs and it's got sugar. So, it should work. What could go wrong? Yeah. Beautiful day still. Beautiful day. 7.65. Still hanging out, probably around 11s. Not really feeling it. But we got to our turnaround and we're headed back now, so basically downhill. Shoes feel great though. No complaints. I've gone this far in them before though, so we'll see how 15 feels. Because now I have to get that far to get back to the car. All right. .42 miles in. We've been going for just over 2 hours. We're doing about 10-15s. Just kind of tired. As you can imagine, when you run for 2 hours. But yeah, just exhausted. I think more just over it kind of. But you can't be over it because still got to get back to the car. So, kind of in a weird place, but finishing, I don't know, 1 mile at a time, right? So, yeah, hopefully we can finish it out pretty strong. Gotta keep moving, one step at a time. All right. All right guys, that was 15 miles, average pace 10:26, total moving time 2 hours 36 minutes, elevation 316, and an average heart rate of 145 BPM with a max 159 according to Garmin and Strava, but that is wristwatch, so let's not talk about it. I will throw the splits up on the screen as I also scroll down to them. Okay, we slowly got faster. That's pretty cool. Overall, I will say though, like I kind of fell apart around the 11th mile. I did not bring real nutrition. As you saw, I ate those like 10 cherries plus an apple packed into like a granola bar. How's the mic? And basically those were just like, they're okay for fuel if you can actually chew them and get them down. I was really struggling with that. I only ended up eating one of them around 5 miles, and then I had another one and I totally bailed on it. So like there was the nutrition side of things, and then also I was peeing a lot, and I peed 3 times. I don't know, it's not really a lot. Yeah, it is. But yeah, there was something about it. Like I peed at the 11th mile and then walked for like 30 seconds, and it was so hard to get going again, and I really haven't felt like that in a long time. But like there's also like the aspects that I have not run this far in a long time. I've basically been doing a lot of half marathons over the last year and a half, and I haven't been doing longer training runs than 10 to 13 miles, and obviously racing 13.1. So to jump in and be like, yeah, I'll do 15 casual, it was very doable. My last 3-4 miles, once I basically told myself like, hey Kyle, like you have to get to the car. Like you gotta finish, man. Kind of once I told myself that and got going again, everything was fine. But it totally was this like mental blocker that I haven't had to deal with, honestly, because I haven't really been doing that many miles. And like that total moving time, 2 hours and 36 minutes, there's a long time to be just like running out there by yourself, slow, slogging them out. So yeah, overall, really happy with the run. And I have to say, this is I guess like part 2 of the sit down chat is we did 37 miles this week. That puts together 3 really good weeks for me. It was a 28 and like a 32 and then this week, the 37. I put quite a bit more time in this week, and also this is bearing in mind that I'm lifting 1 to 2 times per week, and I've stuck to that for about 4 weeks now, and just kind of doing like full body every time I go in, making sure I'm hitting at least 3 different major muscle groups. Yeah, honestly, I feel like I've been reaping some pretty great benefits from that. It makes me feel pretty strong. It makes me feel like I'm you know, a little bit stronger in areas that I don't necessarily use as much while running, and then reinforcing everything that I am using while running. But yeah, 37 miles is the most I've done in a week in a very long time, and it was pretty consistent. It was good mileage throughout the week with 2 a day in the middle of the week, and then the long run on the weekend. No speed work this week. Honestly, after last weekend's 12 miler with 4 miles fast at the end, got me a little bit blasted, I would say, on the lactic acid. So after that, I just did not want to push it any more. 2 things I'll touch on before we wrap up the video. The Asics Novablast 3. This was the longest run I've done in them, and it also got me to 97 miles in this pair of shoes. Now, I've only had them for about a month, and I've just been doing all my running in them because they really are a one-in-all type of shoe. I would say you can do it all. Obviously, there's going to be better shoes out there specifically for speed, and some bigger max cushion shoes out there for your daily miles and recovery runs. But that being said, when you're looking for one shoe to do it all, I have found that the Novablast 3s specifically are pretty fantastic, and I've been loving the miles in them. So yeah, we've got them to 97 miles, and we are just about in on the 100 mile mark. I'll do like a 100 mile update, I think, video, but it won't be anything too like in depth. I'd like to save that for at least like a 200 mile review, because I think that will, I'll be there probably by mid-December. Pretty easy, I think. So yeah, I just want to kind of do like probably an update on that. I've been really enjoying them. No issues overall. The only thing I would say is sometimes when you pull the tongue up while lacing and then you lace them tight, it kind of comes to this like point right at the top of the laces, like the front of your ankle, I guess, which is kind of awkward, and it's just due to like the V shape of the tongue. It's never bothered me while running, and I don't think it would bother you. Like, it's just awkward when you tie it down because it has a little bump. Other than that, midsole feels great at 97. I think it's feeling the same as it did around 15, 20 miles. So I'm very confident on the breakdown of that FF Blast. Plus is going to, well, it hasn't broken down that much, so I think it's going to last a long time. That's the Novablast. And then finally, what is next? I think I'm going to, I don't really have anything on the schedule, so I've had 3 really good weeks. I'm probably going to just take a little bit off this following week, or this upcoming week, maybe do like a 20-mile week, and then probably just jump back into a 3-week like block again, starting with probably like a 35, 36-mile week, and maybe we'll get like a 40-mile week in there, maybe not. I'm very happy with sitting around the high 30s for now. Like I said, I don't have anything on the schedule. At the very earliest, we've got a half next April, but I'm looking at trying to do maybe something in January. I think there's a couple halves down in the city that could be a lot of fun. So nothing really on the schedule. We're just getting in the miles. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty good these days. So yeah, this was my 15-miler, wrapping up my 37-mile week. Hopefully you enjoyed some of the footage. I just slipped out of my Hopefully you enjoyed some of it. Let me know how your runs are going out there. Drop a comment down there, and yeah, maybe like, comment, or subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy your runs out there. Stay safe, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.